Hey everyone, Eugene here. I hope you're all well. Today I have for you Rose Barbare from the Les Arts and Matière line, if I'll never get that right. But before I begin, I'm just going to share with you guys some things that I've recently hauled just from an online retailer or discounter. Picked up here Habit Rouge Eau de Parfum. I have the Eau de Toilette and I absolutely love it. It's so classic and masculine and it's all about citrus, which the Eau de Parfum has got a little bit less citrus, and it's not as true to the vintage as the Eau de Toilette is. It's a little bit more complex, but I'm not very familiar with it, but I am looking forward to giving it some skin time. Here I've picked up Le Petit Robe Noir Couture, which has recently been discontinued. Basically a fruity floral, very sweet, very youthful and playful, and they consider it a chypre. I don't know if I really agree with that. I don't really pick up much oak moss. Might be a little bit mossy in the base, but nonetheless, still a beautiful fragrance, and I'm glad to have it. Here I have Lige, or L'Instant de Guerlain Eau Extrême, the Parfum, Eau de Parfum, with the black border here. Recently been repackaged to this one, which I've also picked up, which has been repackaged again. I did own this about 3 years back, and it was not something that I enjoyed, so I swapped it away for the L'Instant de Guerlain pour Homme Eau de Toilette, which I absolutely love, but I did want to revisit this and see how my nose has changed over time. I can tell it's a little bit more powdery after wearing it. I can also tell why I didn't like it back then, but I think I'll be able to appreciate it this time around. Now, the reason I picked up this repackaged one is there's been a little bit of debate online saying, you know, it's been reformulated, has it been reformulated? And I just really wanted to test it out for myself and see, you know, where it stands. But if you're into the reformulation conspiracies, I looked at the back of the box on both of these, and they list the list of ingredients is the exact same for both of them. So always a good sign if you're not a fan of reformulations. So I'll try these out and I'll get back to you guys on that. And here I've picked up for women, another woman's. This is L'Instant de Guerlain Eau de Parfum. And I actually did wear this yesterday, and I was actually, I was blown away by this. I felt a little bit neurotic because it is really femme, and it's a lot more femme than the things that I normally wear. But I found this really seductive and sexy, and I'd love to know what the women, excuse me, how they feel about this. I'd love for my wife to wear this, but she's not a fan of jasmine, and there is quite a bit of jasmine in here, so I really don't want to trick her and say there's not, because she'll just get upset at me later. But I also pick up some chocolate and some powdery cacao, and wow, I was blown away. And as much as I love the Le Petit Robe Noir series and Insulin, this is just like on a whole different level. You know, this is the real My Little Black Dress. This is the going out fragrance that women should be wearing. You know, Le Petit Robe Noir, they're all a little bit more playful, youthful. This is a little bit more mature, more going out. Beautiful fragrance. Absolutely, it's stunning. So, guys, check it out. Don't be afraid of these women perfumes. Here I picked up Cologne, the 68, which is really an eau de toilette. I don't know why they've decided to call it a cologne. But 68 is the 68 Champs-Élysées is the address of their store in Paris, the Maison Guerlain. But they also claim for this to have 68 notes in here, which are all listed right there on the bottle. I have worn this a few times. Very citrus, very aromatic. Doesn't wear like an eau de cologne. Actually wears a lot heavier. It lasts a lot longer. I pick up some vanilla, some woods, some herbs. It's very complex for an eau de cologne or eau de toilette or whatever it is. Excellent. And, you know, for the price, you can get this about This is in the Guerlain boutiques. This is on the exclusive side. So they have two sides, exclusive and traditional designer fragrances. And this is on the exclusive side. You can find this for about half price on the discount shops. With the rest of these are about half price as well from the retail. Okay, now on to Rose Barbare. I've had this for a few months now. I've really gotten to know it. And again, not true to their name, not very barbaric, but it is very rosy. This I would consider a rose soliflor. I get rose from top to bottom. A beautiful, stunning rose perfumer, Francis Kurkdjian from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, collaborated with Guerlain on their reopening of the Maison Guerlain Maison in 2005, and they actually launched Les Arts and Matériaux, or Arts and Material line, along with Cuir Beluga, which I have here, and Angélique Noire. 3 perfumes that have, it's now up to about 9 or 10 fragrances in that line, this exclusive line. So Rose Barbare opens up on me. It's very green and sharp and winey. I get this wine note, kind of like what you would get in Frederic Mall's Une Rose. And some aldehydes. There's some aldehydes in here. Green, sharp, fruity. It's very warm. It's tart. And what this reminds me of really is a picture or envision a big rose opened up fully, completely, and inside the petals, I see this creamy white vanilla with lemon. I sense a lot of lemon in this fragrance. Some honey, some custard. It's very custardy, and it's just swirled around inside this rose, and it's dripping over top, dripping down the petals, dripping down the stem, down the thorns, down the leaves, and right into the patchouli bush. There's a lot of patchouli in this fragrance, in the base. The wine in the opening, the wine note really sets you up for this Chypre base. It's there from the start. You can sense that it's coming. And like I said, it's not a very barbaric fragrance, but the base is very special, and that's where I sense that the thorns are coming out. This is pretty thorny, and you know, it's quite complex. It's slow to develop, but it does move. It's constantly changing, even though it is quite slow. So from top to bottom, it is quite different. And the bottom, the base, to me, it gets kind of musky. I do get a little bit of that Guerlainade that, you know, we're accustomed to. Not so much vanilla. But it is quite creamy as well, along with fruits, honey. Honey is kind of what they combined it with the patchouli to give it the mossy base. I don't really pick up much oak moss in this fragrance. What else can I tell you about Rose Barbare? Performance, I get excellent performance from this. You know, it lasts me all day. I get 8 hours minimum, sometimes 10, sometimes 12. I've worn it to the beach 3 times in the last 2 months. So a 2-hour drive to the beach. I go up with the family on the weekends. Or just for the day, really. You know, I'll go in and out of the water. I'll sweat. And driving home, you know, I'll be at the beach 6, 7 hours. Driving home another 2 hours. I can still smell it on myself after I've gotten home. So it's got excellent performance. Projection, it's moderate. This is a very classy, refined, luxurious. That's what I can say. This is very luxurious. So it's not screaming loud. Projection is moderate. Longevity is superb for all the Guerlains. I've never had a problem with... Actually, I can't remember having a problem with any longevity issues with the Guerlains. I get excellent performance, so, you know, not really an issue with me. Occasions, when would I wear Rose Barbare? You know, I don't think this is an everyday fragrance, although I have worn it to work several times, and I've never really felt uncomfortable. I would say, I think it's totally work appropriate, but I would save this more for special occasions, maybe the weekends, you know, dates, birthdays, dinners, and so forth. Other than that, I don't know what else I can tell you. Francis Kirkjean, he's, you know, a master perfumer. I do, when I smell Guerlain's other roses, I do sense some, there is some resemblance to Nahéma, which is also very fruity. It's got that peach note. And also Rose Nacree, there are some similarities there. They're not similar, but I do pick up similar nuances. So, excellent. I love it. It's actually become one of my favorite rose perfumes, and I'm a huge rose lover. And I find this much more easier to wear than either Rose Nacree or Nahéma. I mean, Nahéma is just a huge fragrance, so it's not something that I would wear very often. Before I go, I've picked up, this is Cuir Beluga. I've actually had this, I'm going to say, for about 2 months, and it's just been sitting in my basement. I haven't gotten around to opening it, so I'm gonna do it here with you know, my review of Rose Barbare. I did wear my sample of Cuir Beluga today, and again, not really true to its name. I don't find this very queer. What it is it's a very subtle suede note. Opens up very, like, it's got these really dark citruses. I can't really give you a full review, as, you know, I've only worn it today, but they say there's amber in here, and I pick up both amber and ambergris. Ambergris being the whale vomit, and I'm not sure if I'm associating with, actually I am sure, I'm not associating with the Beluga name, which is referred to as whale. I know I'm picking up ambergris in the base, in the mid, because it's kind of like dark and dreary and gray. And I visualize the picture, or the color gray when I wear this fragrance. And it's not sad or depressing, but it's just gray. And then the base I pick up, you know, there's a little bit of suede. It's very soft and elegant, and again, refined and very luxurious. This is nothing mind-blowing, let me tell you. But the base to me it's very ambery and powdery, and it's just a beautiful fragrance. Like, it's absolutely stunning. You know, I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. But, you know, a typical Guerlain, you know, they're all beautiful. So I'm not going to open this up, but I'll just leave it like this. I'll put it away a little bit later. Anyway, that's been my my review of Rose Barbare and sharing some things with you. I kind of wanted to do a my Guerlain collection, and I was wondering, you know, how do you guys feel about, I have some ideas for some collection videos. Let me know what you guys think about seeing Guerlain collection videos in the comments below, and I'm going to try and get something out for you guys soon. But other than that, I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again